On a un délai de combien de temps avant décollage? 3 minutes.
In California's Mojave Desert, Captain Leurent is in charge of launching a surveillance drone. There's also a team handling communications.
11 décollage, 1 mic.
The SMDR is a small intelligence drone 4 meters wide. It can be deployed in less than 15 minutes. Its job is to spot and film enemy positions within a 30-kilometer radius.
Do you have a static target or not?
Yes, that's a covered equipment truck. And that's a tanker truck.
How long have they been static?
The operation is part of a joint exercise called Capstone 4. On this military base, 5 other armies are taking part, almost invisible, except for this autonomous American helicopter.
Being here and being able to use our sensors, we've got stars in our eyes. We're reaping the rewards of all our work. And we feel completely welcomed among our allies.
It's the first time that France has been invited to work with the US, Canada, the UK, Australia, and New Zealand. The objective is to test communication between the armies. One example is the data gathered by the drone and collected in this Griffin, a state-of-the-art armored vehicle used as a command center.
Our job is to verify the intelligence and the position of the vehicle that's been identified. Then that information goes to the American division to be destroyed by American artillery.
It might look like a simple transmission, but it is often encrypted data that needs to be sent to an ally whose computer system is rarely compatible. The aim is to speed up this process during coalition operations.
What we're essentially working on is interoperability, the ability to act together during an operation. This has a technical component. How do we connect to each other and pass on information? It's all to enable leaders in the field to understand and make decisions faster than the adversary.
The other challenge is cultural. The allies have to overcome the language barrier and understand the protocols specific to each army. With the world facing more conflict, the US no longer seems willing to police the world on its own.
It always helps to have a bit of a sense of urgency whenever you're trying to do something difficult. And yeah, the world's a volatile place. There's all kinds of conflicts all over the place, and we certainly want to be prepared. Whatever you think about what the future is going to bring, no country is going to tackle that future by themselves. We're going to do it with our allies and our partners. We want capable partners. We want partners who have the idea of innovation in their spirit, and that can bring, again, new technologies and a willingness to operate with other countries.
That is why France has brought its latest technological developments. French forces have deployed these next-generation sensors. They're capable of detecting the noise or vibrations of enemy vehicles or individuals on foot. Once they're positioned behind a hill, observation can begin.
So a few minutes ago, my sensors detected a group of people on one of my positions. The aim of these sensors is to monitor an area and provide information about it from a distance. Otherwise, you'd have to do it directly with a pair of binoculars. The sensors show it's at almost 3 kilometers. We're still testing these to see if it's useful in the field to contribute on a technical and tactical level.
These innovations are designed to prepare the Army for the next 15 years. They're also of interest to the other guest country at these joint exercises, Japan.
Is there a battery inside?
Yeah, there's a battery that can last 30 days.
French-made armor, drones, missiles. This Japanese officer seems impressed.
Griffon? I told him that you should export at once to the Ukraine to help them.
State-of-the-art equipment and the deployment of 200 French soldiers over several weeks. It's a major operation, much needed due to the emergence of conflicts closer to France, like in Ukraine or between Azerbaijan and Armenia.
Wars like the one we've seen in Nagorno-Karabakh are extremely challenging, reminding us how ready we have to be, how much we have to train, how much harder we have to fight.
France hopes to be invited again next year to establish itself as a resourceful army and a key ally of the United States in Europe.